Neurodegenerative disorders. These are progressive disorders that deteriorate nervous system tissue and cells, which impacts many brain functions. These disorders are more commonly seen in elderly people, and some of the brain functions that they impair are memory, speech, movement, and some bodily functions such as breathing and swallowing. Some of the most known and studied neurodegenerative disorders are dementia, Huntington's disease, Parkinson's disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, and Alzheimer's. The progression of neurodegenerative disorders can stem from the degeneration of nerve cells or neurons that are responsible for movements, as seen in Parkinson's and ALS, as well as the accumulation of harmful proteins that lead to the death of brain tissue, as seen in Alzheimer's and Huntington's disease. The main parts of the brain that are affected by these disorders are the frontal lobe, more specifically an area called substantia nigra that houses dopamine motor neurons that deteriorates rapidly in disorders like Parkinson's. Nerves themselves also deteriorate due to neurodegenerative disorders. These nerves are responsible for movement and are located in the brain, the spinal cord, and our muscles. The death of many nerve cells along brain parts like the hippocampus, frontal lobe, and entorhinal cortex can result in the memory loss symptoms that accompanies some of these disorders. Alzheimer's is a form of dementia that affects over 6 million people in the US today. This neurodegenerative disorder can lead to memory loss, impaired reasoning, behavior and personality changes, inability to recognize loved ones, dependency to complete basic and simple tasks, and even death. Although there is still ongoing research on the causes of this disorder, scientists believe that the two main causes of Alzheimer's are neuritic plaques and neurofibrillary tangles that causes an impairment in neuronal connections. Neuritic plaques can be formed by clumps of proteins called amyloid precursor protein that can accumulate in the synapse of our neurons and lead to its erosion. Neurofibrillary tangles are also formed like protein clumps inside our neurons and occur most often in areas like the hippocampus and the entorhinal cortex, which are greatly responsible for short-term memory, hence the memory loss symptom in Alzheimer's disease. The deterioration of brain tissue and neurons due to these protein clumps can make the brain of a person suffering from Alzheimer's to go from this to this. It is evident that a great part of the brain's white and gray matter has degenerated due to the loss of neuronal connections. Although there is no treatment for Alzheimer's, there are many treatments related to our immune system and neurotransmitters that are responsible for memory and attention that are used to help those suffering with Alzheimer's. And there's still much more to be discovered and done in this field of neurodegenerative disorders.